Hi, I'm Jacob and I work as a scientific coordinator at the Max Planck Institute for Dynamics of Complex Technical Systems in Magdeburg. I brought along for you today a lab flask and a flower because I work in the field of synthetic biology. In the next minutes, we would like to present to you the Max Planck Sustainability Network. The Max Planck Sustainability Network was founded in May 2019 during a workshop on sustainability at the Max Planck Institute in Magdeburg. We are a grassroots network, a true bottom-up process, self-organized by colleagues of the Max Planck Society. More than 170 colleagues in more than 50 institutes have registered so far for our network, and we have sustainability groups in more than 40 institutes. Roughly 470 colleagues are receiving our bi-weekly newsletter, and we are composed actually by both scientific and non-scientific staff. We organize ourselves in a democratic manner, and the network is coordinated by a democratically elected steering committee. Our mission is to make research more ecologically sustainable in the Max Planck Society, but we also would like to address the aspect of sustainability in science in general. Our Max Planck Sustainability Network is organized along the structure of the Max Planck Society itself. We have sustainability groups in most institutes. Sustainability groups elect representatives who again elect the steering committee of the Sustainability Network. We are in close contact with the local institutes, but also with the general administration of the Max Planck Society. In a parallel structure, we also have working groups for certain topics in which all members of the network can participate. I am a member of the steering committee of the Max Planck Sustainability Network, and here you can see my colleagues who are also part of the steering committee. You will actually meet them in a second. By the way, during our annual network meeting on 15th of June, we will elect the new steering committee and the candidacy is open. Maybe you want to engage as a member of the new steering committee? Then let us know. And now I think it's the turn for Moritz to tell us about sustainability groups. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Moritz and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the Max Planck Institute for Physics in Munich. And today I brought you a small telescope because in my research I work with big telescopes to investigate high energetic radiation from outer space. As Jakob said, 2 years after its foundation, the network now consists of local sustainability groups at more than 40 institutes. These local groups really constitute the core of our network. Here, people are engaged to implement and improve sustainable behavior in practice. For example, by convincing their administration to use recycling paper and printers, installing beehives, or putting flowers and planting trees. Every year, the members from all institutes then come together to our annual network meeting. On this meeting, we exchange of our works in the local groups, future projects, and select the new steering committee. Here we see on the left a group picture from our founding meeting in 2019 in Magdeburg. More than 60 people joined that meeting, below which, as you can clearly see on the right, also Max Planck himself was present. In 2020, we gathered virtually with 150 network members. This meeting was organized by the local sustainability group of the MPI for Human Cognitive and Brain Sciences in Leipzig. Also since last year, the meeting is dedicated to a specific topic with lectures by Max Planck scientists, which in 2020 was the psychology of climate change. This year's meeting will tackle the question of improving sustainable building and biodiversity in the MPG. It will be again virtual, being hosted by the local groups at the MPIs in Martinsried and Seewiesen. And the registration to the next meeting, which will take place on June 15 and 16, is still open, so don't miss to register last minute. On the network level, we additionally started this year a virtual lecture series where Max Planck directors talk about their research touching topics of sustainability. So far, we had Antje Boetius talking about sustainability in the oceans, Dirk Rabe on sustainable metals, and Arne Traulsen on the social dilemma of climate change. We also meet for colloquial web seminars where we discuss with MPSN members or external experts on specific topics. As for example, so far on carbon footprint assessments, tap water usage, and collaboration tools in the MPG. Many of these lectures and presentations at web seminars are also recorded, and you can watch them on our YouTube channel.
Hi, my name is Sophie Lohmann, and I research behavior change. This has a long tradition going back to Pavlov's dogs, but I also look at more modern things, such as how we behave online and on social media. One of our biggest projects so far has been CARE, the catalog of recommendations. And overall, it took 1.5 years to complete. It all started in summer 2019, so shortly after our network was formed, when we conducted a collaborative brainstorming session with all network members, and in total collected 116 different ideas for how sustainability in the Max Planck Society could be improved. And following up on all those ideas, we conducted a formal online survey, asking people to rate all of these ideas, and we got responses from over 130 of our network members. The results you can see in the graph on the lower right. These are the ratings for how important people thought each of those major topic areas was on average. And then we took and selected from those responses the most highly rated topics, such as energy, mobility, waste, and biodiversity. And we also combined a couple of the not quite as important topics with some of the more important topics in order to not let important ideas go to waste. So we grouped them into 5 clusters: energy, mobility, supplies and waste, biodiversity and food, and finally coordination and assessment. And this one is an overarching topic that spans across all 4 of the more substantive topic areas, because to us, assessing where we are and assessing then how much each of the measures improves our footprint is vital to any of the other measures. Over those 1.5 years, 18 members from our network drafted, wrote, edited, updated the report, and we ended up with a catalog of over 100 pages available in English and core parts also available in German. In April 2021, when the catalog was complete, we were invited to hand it over to the president. So the catalog is in part intended to serve as a basis for discussions about sustainability in the Max Planck Society, but it was also specifically directed at the general administration. So we were very happy that we were invited by the president, Martin Stratmann, to meet with him and officially hand over this document, which happened on April 13, and the catalog was well received. So we were able to present a short summary of the main recommendations for sustainability in the Max Planck Society.
Hi, I'm Evelyn, and I'm a PhD candidate at the MPI and CBS in Leipzig. And not only have a broccoli in my hand, but I also have a brain in the other hand. And together, that signifies or display most of my PhD interests. So I'm interested in sustainable diets and their effect on the brain, but also on the gut. One of our outreach activities is also to build a knowledge platform, one that we call the Sustainability Wiki. We have hosted that on a public domain, as you can see here, and it is aimed to be a shared knowledge platform for the Max Planck Society internal use, but also for external use with other scientific institutions. So it serves as a common knowledge platform for within, but also beyond that for without. One of the aims is to have a low threshold accessibility, so anyone can join and look for things that they want to know, but also anyone can contribute. So you just have to register and you can also start editing articles and entries. Beyond that, we also have the function that there is a hierarchical system. So within that overall public wiki, you can also have subspaces. So for example, for the Max Planck Sustainability Network, we have one with more internal information, but then we also have sub-wikis for different institutions that also want to take part and use our wiki. Moreover, as another domain of our outreach strategy, as we are of course coming from scientific institution and we have many scientists among us, we want to publish. And we have so far 2 very successful publications from within the network. One that you can see here in Frontiers in Sustainability from the current and the former steering committee about our mission of the network and how to found one yourself. The other one in Nature Astronomy is by members from the MPI in Heidelberg for astronomy, with their detailed overview of their CO2 assessment of the Institute. Furthermore, we are also interested in internal networking, so networking within the Max Planck Society. Here, you see some of the networks, or many of the networks we are already collaborating with. So for us, it is very important that amongst all the variety of networks that are already there, to build synergies and to connect together and to share efforts. Moreover, we are also interested in external networking, so to increase the exchange with colleagues from other research organizations and initiatives that aim to investigate sustainability in science further. So here you can see an overview of current collaborators that we're already actively collaborating with, and I just want to highlight two: one, the LEAF, and the Labos en Point. So one an institution in the UK, the other one in France, and both of them are very big networks outside Germany. And we aim to build again synergies and to exchange knowledge and to also see whether we may also have differences and maybe also shared experiences despite being in different countries. So that was it. That's our presentation. And who's next? Who can I throw these things to? Oh, I think it's you. I think it's, yeah, right, you. So we are looking for members to join the Max Planck Sustainability Network at all times. And we're a very active and dynamic and fun network to work with. So please join us as members, but also as the steering committee potentially. And together we can build a sustainable future for science. Thank you so much for listening.